crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And now this offense will take the field again. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that seemed a little off from the start.
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing with him. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
The groupers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough. To the air, it's Simmons. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted, messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always.
He's going for it all. Got it inside the tag. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the tailback. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
And as he throws. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Taylor has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. The inside handoff. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
I mean, this game blocked. That's I'm talking about. That's basically what the fuck it is.
Saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. It hadn't been physical.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Rebels have their offense in high gear. Off play action on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. That hole closed quickly, pick up of 1 to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll start the return inside his 5. this offense is back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The groupers send out the punt unit. Got it near midfield. Can they catch him? The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring him back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Quarterback keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the groupers in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. They'll immediately call timeout. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Using his legs, it's Lacey. Sweet cut there. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. They'll give it to the back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Running back searching for a hole. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Grant. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Here's the heat. Makes the grab. It's Taylor. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On the option. Quick toss. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires it incomplete. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The groupers will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Snagged in the middle. It's Hobbs. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Now facing a run the option. He'll toss it. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the groupers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Rebels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, running back on the move. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Tight end now in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guessed right.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the 4th quarter. He was still letting his QBs throw it deep down the field.
To throw, it's Grant. Throwing right. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Rebels. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down a lot.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. The groupers will punt this one away. Looks it in at the 40. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Great place to start for this offense. The give is to Taylor. Fights off a defender. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And it hasn't mattered what they call guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Looking downfield, it's Wicks. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebel!
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Gives it on the option. Fighting off the defender. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
And the groupers line up to punt it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys go.
And down he goes, tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun for these coaches.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Running behind that left side.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win.